So students, here we have the next question. This question is from NTSC Karnataka year 2018-19. So I'll read that question for you. Okay, so here we need to identify the statement about chlorophyll. Okay, correct statement. You need to remember, first thing, we need to have a correct statement for what? For chlorophyll. What is chlorophyll? Okay, the first question come from here. Okay, chlorophyll kya? Okay, what is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is the green pigment, the important pigment for the plants. These are the pigments which absorbs the sunlight, the photons. Okay, for what? For the plant, they absorb that, they get excited, and they release this energy. They release that electron that ultimately form the energy currency, that ATP for the cell. That whole process in one word is known as photosynthesis. That is synthesis of food in the presence of light. So here comes the point. First option, chlorophyll is highly sensitive to light. Here I had told you, right? Okay, because they are receiving light from the sun, the photons, the quantum. So what is happening here? In the presence of light, the electron get excited. So what is happening? They are sensitive. The rays get there and they get excited. The molecule get excited there. Okay, so that statement is correct. There comes here, there are varieties of chlorophyll. You must be knowing that basically there are three types of chlorophyll. More than that are also present. Basically that is an A type of chlorophyll, B type of chlorophyll, C type of chlorophyll. Many other type of chlorophylls are also there. But one point, that the primary chlorophyll is what? The primary chlorophyll is chlorophyll A. Chlorophyll A is the basic type of chlorophyll here, and this is the chlorophyll present at the center of the that center. It will be present on the center where the light will be received and the electron get excited. So correct the statement also, that there are different types of chlorophyll found. In the case of algae also, the color of algae, rhodophyceae, chlorophyceae, phaeophyceae, red algae, green algae, brown algae, because of the presence of the chlorophyll pigment there. Okay, next statement. Formation of chlorophyll does not depend on the exposure of the plant to light. That statement is wrong. Why? Because chlorophyll is actually formed in the plants in the presence of light only. So light is very important for the formation of chlorophyll in plants. If light is not there, you must have watched that, you must have observed that the leaves start turning dark. If it is placed, a plant is placed in a not a sufficient light, it gets start darkening up because of the use of starch, because chlorophyll is there and it start getting that dark color. Okay, last option is nutritional deficiency of mineral causes loss of chlorophyll. Very much correct. And this deficiency is known by a disease, that is chlorosis. What is chlorosis? That is the deficiency, degradation of the chlorophyll due to the deficiency of some minerals, such as you can take an example of iron, zinc, magnesium. These are the important minerals which are required for what? For the formation of chlorophyll. And if it is that these minerals, these deficiencies are there, then chlorophyll will be starting degrading. You must have seen that the leaves turning yellow or colorless due to what? Due to this problem, that is chlorosis. So that option is also correct. So out of the following, which statement was wrong? Only the third option was wrong. Third statement was wrong. A, B and D are correct. So let's have a watch about the statements. The answer is here. So we can see in the option number second, A, B, D options are provided here. So the answer of the given question will be option number 2. A, B, D statements are correct for chlorophyll. So students, here we have the next question. This question is from NTSC Karnataka year 2017-18. So here we read the question. First of all, you can see on the board we have a beautiful diagram. Identify that. So this is a diagram of what? There we have a diagram of kidney, a human excretory organ. organ in the human which is responsible for filtration of blood. So here we come, we need to label the given part, these given A, B, C, D here. So let's have a look. So here we have the first option A. So in the kidney there are different layers. So here we come, the first option. So here we have the outer layer, and the outer layer known as cortex. So here we have the outer one known as the cortex part, where the filtered blood moves. Then we have the B option, more inner to the cortex is we have the medulla part. This medulla part is what, where we have this medullary rays coming out. These are the nephrons here. We have the nephrons here in this part. Nephron are the excretory unit of kidney where actually filtration occurs. Then comes the C part. There are some tributaries, these vessels going outside and coming inside the body. So I'll make that arrow. The C option we have is the renal artery. So I'll make an arrow like that. Why I made that arrow like that? Because a renal artery is a type of artery which enters the kidney. This is the one which enters the kidney, means the flow of blood. The blood inside the kidney will be taken by what? By the renal artery. Arteries are those vessels which will be going to an organ, taking blood to that organ. These renal arteries fetches the blood, they get the blood to the kidney and get them filtered here. Now from this, the filtered blood moved again to the body by what? By the renal veins. So here we have the answer. So artery will be coming to the kidney, getting blood to the kidney, that is getting blood towards the kidney, towards the organ. Then the filtered blood away from the organ, away from the kidney towards the different structure to the body are taken by what? By the renal veins. The filtered blood is transferred to the body by renal vein, while the unfiltered blood to the kidney is received through what? Through renal artery. So let's look to the option where it is giving. So here we have option A, medulla. No, that's cortex. So that's wrong. Okay, so option A is cortex, correct. Option B is medulla, correct. Option C is renal vein. No, that's renal artery. Here lies the mistake. Third option, A is cortex, correct. B is medulla, correct. C is renal artery, correct, and D is renal vein. That is also a correct option. So here comes the answer. The question answer will be option number 3rd here. Okay, last option was also incorrect. So students, here we have the next question with us. This question is from NTSE Kerala year 2016-17. So here comes the question. This question is actually about the excretory organ present in the case of cockroach. So first of all, you need to know what are cockroach. Cockroaches are we know that they are the animals, but what in detail about that? They belongs from the phylum Arthropods. You need to remember that also, that they belong from the largest kingdom. They belong from the largest phylum actually. What phylum? From the kingdom Animalia to the phylum Arthropod, the largest phylum there, having insects included there. So in the case of cockroach, what is the excretory organ? You need to directly have in mind, you need to directly memorize that the excretory organ in the case of cockroaches is Malpighian tubule. What is this Malpighian tubule? These are such structures formed in the case of, so here we have the excretory structure is somehow like that. So here the Malpighian tubules. So these are the athletic structure which are responsible for the filtration of blood. Such type of function in our body is performed by kidney. So here in the place of kidney we have Malpighian tubules in cockroaches which perform the function of what? Of filtration of blood and are known as the excretory organ. So student, here we have the next question with us. This is from NTSE Kerala year 2017-18. So there is a match the following given to us, column A and column B. We need to match the correct option from the given one. So here comes column 1. In column 1, the first option is mutualism, then comes the commensalism, then parasitism and predation. What they all are? First point, they all are the type of symbiotic associations. What they are? They are the mutual association among living organisms where both can get the benefit, where one can get benefit, one can have a negative aspect, one can get the benefit, other don't have any positive or negative aspect. So there are many type of symbiotic relationship in the environment. So we have some of the examples here. So here we are provided with one column having the symbiotic association relationships, and the other is the example of such relationships found in the environment. So let's have a look. First is mutualism. Mutualism is what? Having a mutual collaborated interaction. Here comes that in mutualism, both the organism participating will be getting benefits. So, from the given example, let's have a look. Lion and rabbit. Do lion get benefit from rabbit? For sure. But do rabbit get benefit from lion? Not at all. The next example is Loranthus on the mango tree. No, Loranthus is actually an orchid which is found on the mango tree. So, that is not the answer. Third, flower and butterfly. This option is correct. Why? Because flower and butterfly both get benefit by each other. How? The butterfly, when coming to the flower, get the sap out from there, like a food, the nutrients from there. While doing such job, the flower, they actually do pollination. They get the pollen grain from a flower to the other flower while taking the sap and benefiting in the pollination. That's a step in the reproduction. So here we have that mutualism example is where both are getting benefit, that is flower and butterfly. Here's come the next one, commensalism. What is commensalism? Where one get benefit, the other get no harm or no benefit from the other organism. So from the given examples, here we have Venda on the ficus tree. Here the Venda will be getting benefit from the canopy of the ficus tree. So here it is getting benefit while there is no benefit or negative aspect seen. So this is this. Okay, next is parasitism. Parasitism means one is parasite over other. It's an example of the heterotopic type of nutrition, that one organisms seek the habitat as well as gain the food from the organism where they are found. Okay, so here the example of parasitism is Loranthus, which is an orchid found trailed on the mango tree, getting benefit out from there. Okay. The last option is predation. Predation means there is a prey and predator relationships. Prey, the organism which is eaten up. Predator, the organism which will be eating it. So prey and predator relationship is seen in lion and rabbit, where lion feeds on rabbit. You must have watched in the food chain also. So here comes the answer. So from the given option, A matches with the third one. Here we can see in two options. Okay, B matches with the option number 4th and 4th, same here. C matches with the second option here. That is correct. So the given answer of the question is option number 2, A with the third one, B with the fourth one. Okay, then we have C with the second one, and the last one is the first option. So the correct answer of the given question is option number 2. So students, here we have the next question with us. This question is from the most important thing, it's from NTSC Stage 2 2018. So here the question is, read the following statement carefully. So I'll do that for you. I'll read this statement. I will be selecting the correct statement from these. Okay, so the first statement says energy transfer in the biotic world always proceeds from the autotrophs. Is that statement correct? The statement is for sure correct. And why it is correct? What are autotrophs? Autotrophs are those all organisms, plants and the other organisms also, which can perform photosynthesis. You know, bacteria can also do that. So these, for example, I'm taking here plants. So all these organisms, first what they do, they uptake the required water and mineral from the soil through their roots, and then they will be performing the job, the process of photosynthesis by which food is prepared. Then this food will be used by the consumers, and we come to the level of consumers only. It can be omnivore, carnivore, herbivore. So first of all, from autotrophs, herbivore take from herbivore, carnivore and take, and omnivore can depend on both like plant material, that is they can directly depend on the plant food or can be depending on the carnivores also. Okay, so the energy is always transferred from the autotrophic level, and that's the correct statement. This is actually a law, that is a 10 percentile law, which says that the energy is transferred from the producer level to the consumer level. Okay, here come the next statement. Energy flow is unidirectional. This is the thing I was telling you, that during the process of energy flow, there is always the transport of energy from the lower level to the upper level, from the autotrophs to the consumer, to the primary level, to the secondary, to the then to the tertiary level. So here that statement is also correct, and you need to remember it's always there, that the energy flow is always unidirectional in nature. Okay, then the statement energy availability is maximum at the tertiary level. Is the energy available at the tertiary level is maximum? No. Why such thing? Because when we'll be transferring energy from the lower level to the upper level, only 10% of the energy is transferred from one level to another. If, for example, I have 1000 joules of energy to be transported, only a 10% of it will be transferred to the next level, and for this next 10% is transferred, and this is known as the 10 percentile law for the flow of energy. So this statement is not correct. Then comes the next statement, there is a loss of energy from one trophic level to another. Correct statement, correct. If I have this energy here for first level, at the second level the energy is reduced, and the third level it is more reduced form. So out of the given statement, only third statement is wrong, or we can say first, second and fourth statement are correct. So let's have a look about that, where it is given first, second and fourth statement. So the answer of the question is option number first, second and fourth statement are correct.